Okay, because you want to see whatever that you have learned and whatever you have covered, you can actually put it into practice, right? So that's something that you want to do. Okay, so we are at lesson 37, which is a continuation from last week's post PSLE. Okay, we're continue with last week's volume. So one more week of volume, and I know volume is everybody's favorite topic, right? We do. I mean, we did volume. Okay, so just to a bit tricky, yes. I believe today's lesson, the volume is also very long. Okay, we'll just have to bear with me for a bit. Okay, just a quick recap first. Basically, when we talk about volume, okay, so the formula to find volume would be length times breadth times height. Okay, so we can also rearrange the volume such that when I take this is the same as what we call the base area. So the base area times height will also give you volume. Okay, so you can always rearrange the formula to give you volume. Now, a cuboid has all sides different, or you can have one of the sides the same, it doesn't matter. But when we talk about cube, means all sides are the same or equal. Now, how many faces does a cube have? How many faces? Very good. 6 faces. And how many edges? 6 faces and how many edges? 8. Anyone? How many edges does a cube have? No, Pranati. Try again. I forgot how to do. How many edges are there? Just a very quick one. How many edges does a cube have? Thank you, Hannah. There are 12 edges. Now, how do I get my 12? Now, everyone look at the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the side, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges, okay? There are 12 edges, 6 faces. All right? Now, you see this cube here, these 2 cubes inside the container, inside the cubical container, okay? Now, if they say cubical, means it's a cubic, comes from the word cubic, okay? Means all sides equal. But if they say cuboid, then it comes from the root word cuboid, okay? All right. Now, from here, what I can get is, as long as you fill up the water in the container, if you remove the cubes here, okay, you remove the cubes, the 2 blue cubes, without spilling any water, the change, okay, the change in height will be equal to the change in height times the base area gives you the volume of blue cubes. Okay, that means when you take out the blue cubes, the water level will drop. So when the water level drop, that means you multiply that level of water that dropped with the base area, so change in water level, times the base area will give you the volume of the blue cubes. Okay, so this is similar to actually your displacement in science. Okay, if you can recall that. All right. Now, in volume, now if you look at, if I bring you to just look at your attention to this cube here, the 2 blue and green text. if you read those, you can see that, so I have a cube here, whereby the volume is equals to 20 times 12 times 15 to give me 3,600. The volume is this, okay? Now, so you want to completely fill with water. It's completely filled with water. You want to make ice cubes. Yes, that one new volume minus original volume is the displacement. Okay, now, so if you want to find the number, how many ice cubes can you make? You take the volume of water divided by volume of ice cubes. Divided by volume of one ice cube. So in this case, volume of water divided by the volume of ice cube. The volume of ice cube here is 3 times 3 times 3 to give me 27, to give me approximately 133. Is it? Okay, will give me approximately 133 ice cubes. Now, but if I were to change the question slightly and ask you, if I want to fill, so that means, let's say the tank is empty. Okay, let's say the tank is empty and you want to fill it with 3 cm cubes. Can you take volume of the tank divided by the volume of the cube? Can you do that? Can you apply the same method here? Here, can you do that? Can or not? Can you apply the same method? You cannot, huh? So to find the number of cubes, you need to find out how many cubes can fit the length. How many cubes can fit the length? So you take 20 divide by 3 to give me approximately 6. Because I have a remainder 2. How many cubes can fit the breadth, which is 12? Give me 4. And how many can fit the height, which is 15? 5. So to find the total number of cubes, I take 6 times 4 times 5 to give me 120. See, the answer is different. Okay, the answer is different. So when it comes to cubes, volume of cubes like this, you have to be very careful. You have to read what is it asking. So similarly, this method can also be used if, let's say, you have a block of wood and you want to cut it into cubes. What do? You apply the same way. That means you find out how many 3 cm cubes can you cut along the length? How many 3 cm cubes can you cut along the breadth? And how many 3 cm cubes can you cut from the height? So volume question, typically, they will ask you these 2 types most of the time, besides the rate of flow of water into the tank. Okay, so take note, please be very careful on what the question is asking. Okay, all right, so I'm going to look at question number 1. Most of you got it right, but a lot of you didn't attempt. Okay, but there is, for those of you who attempted, 2 of you didn't get it right, Prita and Tong Yi. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So it says here, A and B are 2 rectangular containers. The base area of A is 450. So base area is, so I'm going to short form base area as BA. Base area 450 cm squared. And the base of B has the dimensions below. So here, if I were to find base area, would be 60 times 30 to give me 1,800. Okay, what happened to Ryan? All right, now, so from here, container A contains this amount of water, and container B is empty. So this is empty. This contains 20,250 cm cube of water. All right, now, what was the height of the water level in A? So you want to find the height of the water level in A. So to find the height, so you take volume divided by the base area to give me 45. Okay, volume divided by the base area will give you the height, which is 45. Now, then what happened? Brandon poured some water from A into B without spilling. So, Brandon poured water from A, pour into B. Okay, so A pour into B. Isabel there. Okay, now. So, A pour into B. After that, the height of the water level of A was the same as the height of water level in B. Now, in this question, what happened? What happened is this. Okay, so we know that after A pour into B, height remains the same. So I'm going to write it here. So for part B, the condition you have is equal height. And the other condition you have is what? Did the amount of water change? Did the amount of water change? Did the total amount of water change? Anyone? No. So that means total amount of water remains unchanged. Okay, so which means that for tank A and tank B, now if I take their base area times height, which is in cm, I will get the volume, which is in cm cube, right? Okay, so we know that the base area of A is 450 and B is 1800 times the final height of water in each of the container is 1 unit. Because I do not know how much it is, but I know that the height became the same. So I'm going to put this height as 1 unit. So when I multiply 450 times 1 unit to give me 450 unit, 1800 times 1 unit to give me 1800 unit, total will be 2250 unit. Now, this 2250 unit is equal to the total amount of water in both tanks. But because B is empty, the water that was poured from A into B, the total amount of water is equal to the amount of water in A at first. So in this case, we know that the total amount of water in A at first is 20,250. So that means 1 unit would be divided by 2250 to give me 9. So question says, how much water did Brandon pour into container B? So now we know that the height of water in container B is in the end is 9 cm. So to find the volume poured will be equal to the volume of the water in B in the end. So volume of water in B in the end will be base area times the height, which is 9, to give me 16,200 cm cube. Okay, 16,200 cm cube. Okay, all right, everyone okay? Okay, having said this, I've done this right with you. Now, I want you to try this question. We're going to switch out just a little bit. Can you look at question number 1 here and try it? I'm going to give you 3 minutes. It's similar to what we have done just now. You look at